Hello and welcome back to the ISL preview show brought to you by KhelNow.com. Today we'll be previewing the team from the land of sun, sand and soccer, FC Goa. In studio with us today we have Nikhil Sharma. Hi Nikhil.
Hi Gibran, how are you?
Good.
Let's very quickly look at how the team's lining up here, the squad. Impressive squad for FC Goa. A very good season last year. Can go better maybe.
Let's start with goalkeepers. They have brought in Ellington Andrade, former Marseille player full of experience. What do you have to say about this?
Well, they have three goalkeepers there. Ellington Andrade looks like the guy who's going to start for FC Goa. They of course have Lakshmikant Kattimani and Luis Barreto. Kattimani played for FC Goa, has had a good season with Dempo. He's played almost every minute of Dempo's games. Luis Barreto played for Kerala Blasters, had a few games there as well.
Yeah.
But as of now, it looks like Andrade will start, and Kattimani probably could get a chance as the season goes along.
So now Nikhil, talking about defenders, we all know him. Lucio, ex-Inter Milan, World Cup winner. He's there to back them up, along with one of India's best left-back, Narayan Das. How do you feel about this?
Looks like a strong unit at the back of the defense there for them. Lucio, one of the marquee players who he's been playing in the Turkish Super League last season, has won the Champions League, won the World Cup. Looks like a very, very strong buy for FC Goa. They've brought him in and looks like he's going to start for them. Along with him, we feel Gregory Arnolin, who played for FC Goa, scored a couple of goals for them as well. Good leader. He's the kind of guy who will partner Lucio to start off with. They have others as well. They have Sabrosa there who can play. They have Indian players like Nicolo Colasso and Raju Gaikwad, all of whom could do well for FC Goa in the back of the defense, in the middle of the defense there. Narayan Das looks like the guy who will play the left back position, and of course they have Devabrata Roy on the right. Keenan Almeida can actually play both left and right. So looks like a good unit there, their defensive lineup.
Now moving on to midfield, FC Goa have brought in Joffre, who won the ISL first edition with the Atletico de Kolkata. Romeo Fernandez, who had his decent stint with Atletico Paranense. He's a budding talent. Pranoy, who missed the first season of the ISL due to injury, he's back. How do you feel about their midfield?
I think Joffre should feel a little bit hard done by because he's not in the Atletico side. Did exceptionally well for them. Atletico decided not to retain his services, and Goa were quick to pounce on and sign him. Along with him, once Pranoy was injured, Bikramjeet made that position his own. So I think they're going to start in those defensive positions in the midfield that Goa employ. There are other options in the middle of the park. There's Denson Devdas and there's Jonathan Luka. But to start off with, Joffre and Bikramjeet look like the guys who are going to start in that position. On the left, they have Mandar Rao Desai. Surprisingly, Goa have used Daryl Duffy on a left position, on a left wing position during the pre-season. On the right, they have two Fernandeses, Romeo and Victorino. It's quite a trend now that you see a lot of Fernandeses playing on the right-hand side. Mumbai have two there, and it's like Goa have these two. In the number 10 position, you have Leo Moura. Exceptional player, has been playing in the Serie A in Brazil for almost the last 10 years. He's the main man for them. In all, looks like a fairly rounded midfield there with a lot of options coming in, going out that Goa can utilize through the season.
Finally, moving on to forwards. Daryl Duffy, who is well known to the Indian football. Ronaldo, who's an ex-PSG player. He will be providing a bit of creativity up front. How do you think that's going to work out for FC Goa?
Ronaldo Oliveira looks like the guy who will pick up the number 9 slot for FC Goa. They have good options, young Indian players like Sabith, Joachim Abranches and Haukip who can pick up, who can come in, who can start. Haukip has had a fantastic season for Pune FC last season. Then of course they have Victor Simoes as well. And while Daryl Duffy looks like a guy who might even start on the left, but he's more than capable number 9 for FC Goa. He's proven himself over the last 2 seasons playing for Salgaonkar. They won't be relying on one single guy to get them all the goals, but maybe the responsibility will be shared amongst a few. And Leo Moura looks like the guy who can get onto, at the end of these set pieces and put some direct ones in.
Let's discuss a bit of tactics. In your opinion, how do you feel FC Goa will be lining up this season?
4-2-3-1, very similar to what they did last season with Andrade in goal. He'll pick up the number 1 slot. We'll see Luciano and Gregory Arnolin starting as the centre backs, Narayan Das and Debabrata Roy on the left and the right. We'll see Joffrey and Bikramjit Singh in that defensive midfield positions, with Leo Mora providing the number 10 position.
Yeah.
Mandar Rao Desai and Romeo Fernandes on the left and right, and Ronaldo starting in the number 9 position. Of course, if Daryl moves in, Daryl moves out, that depends on how the combinations are. Katimani could get a chance for FC Goa going forward into the season as well. It depends on how Andrade performs.
Just to round it off, according to you, where will Goa finish in the table this season?
Gibran, if you look at the squad, it's not a squad that you see and say they are for sure a top 4 squad or a top 2 squad. But you couldn't say that either for the last year's squad that Goa were. And the second half of the season, they were fabulous. They went on a 9 game unbeaten streak. They were confident, they were fast, they were scoring, they were clinical. So Goa basically, have an excellent coach in Zico. He commands that respect, and the players like playing for him. I think they'll be very, very strong contenders for a top 4. It's not a sure thing, but I think as they perform well on the field, they've got depth. There'll be changes that are required in and out of the squad. Goa can do it. It's well within, and they should. If they don't, I think the crowds in Goa are expecting their team to be playing in the finals, which will be held in Goa. It'll be an interesting battle for them.
Thank you so much. That's all for today. Thank you for tuning in to ISL's preview show brought to you by khelnow.com. Till next time, see you.
Bye-bye.